Hello people, so I was going to start this video this morning, as would make sense, but I slept too late, so I had to rush out. But I just wanted to tell you guys that I decided to get the COVID vaccine. I don't want any controversy, anything. I work in healthcare, so it makes more sense for me to get it than not get it. So I just thought I would take you guys along the day following my vaccine, so through today, and then the day after, because they say that's when some of the side effects can hit you, and just kind of give you my experience. I will talk a little bit more about getting the vaccine itself when I get home, but I'm leaving the hospital now, so talk to you guys later. Alright everyone, I am back home now. I'm still feeling good. I had some food and I took my final, so I'm not feeling any side effects yet. I thought I would show you, or not show you, tell you a little bit about how the vaccine process kind of went for me. So I'm gonna put you right up here. So I work for a hospital, so I went ahead and told them I would like to get the vaccine. So I scheduled my appointment for this morning, and my company is doing the Pfizer vaccine, so it's 1 dose now and 1 dose in 21 days. So how they did it is you just check in, they ask you if you've had any reactions to vaccines in the past, the normal type of stuff, and then they kind of run through everything with you. They give you the shot, which you might be able to see in my arm. And then they make you sit for 15 minutes to make sure you have no side effects. Because I was asking this girl, I was like, oh, is it tender? Like after, she's like, I have no idea. This is the first day we've given them. So it wasn't scary at all. I was fine for that whole 15 minutes. I drove home, had a coffee, got breakfast. Like, I've been totally fine so far. They said the day to worry about for side effects is tomorrow, the day following the vaccine. So I will keep you guys updated along this journey. Good morning, everybody. I just woke up and it's 12:30. I'm not sure if tiredness is part of this, but that's probably just my lack of sleep. The only things I'm feeling today are like sore arm. Like where they put the thing in, it's like hard for me to lift my arm past here, but that's the only one I am feeling so far, and I will report back. Hello everyone, and I just wanted to come on here and say a few things about the vaccine, just because I feel like everything has kind of been like short mini tidbits. I know there's a ton of controversy about it, and quite frequently, what word am I looking for? Quite literally, I don't want to hear about it. I chose to get it for my own personal reasons. I am 19 years old. I work in healthcare. I would have never thought I'd be sitting here working through a pandemic, or that I'd even have to think about whether I wanted a new vaccine. But it makes the most sense for me and what I do, and I just feel a lot safer with it. So you're all free to have your opinions. I mean, I would have never thought learning about in history class all the pandemics and epidemics in the past that we would ever be living through one. So I think these are all very like circumstances that nobody ever thought that we'd be living through. And I think that's what brings a lot of uncertainty and controversy to this particular situation. But I am going on 36-ish hours since I got the vaccine. I still feel really good. My arm is just very sore. They tell you to take the day off of work. I would definitely recommend that the day following, because my arm is quite literally killing me. I tried to shovel snow today and it was very painful. I couldn't imagine lifting somebody today at work, but that's really the only thing I've been feeling. I've been tired, but that's just because I'm sleep deprived because it's finals. So I just want to come on here and say that I'll probably film a little bit tomorrow and then put this all together for the video. But so far my COVID vaccine experience has been pretty good, and tomorrow I'll probably read over, they gave me some papers kind of explaining like frequently asked questions and stuff, so maybe I'll go over a little bit of that in tomorrow's part. But I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of people have differing opinions. I mean, even in my friend group people have differing opinions, so yeah, I just want to kind of give you guys the education that I know, so you can take that as you will, but it's really to each their own. So we'll talk more tomorrow. Hi everyone. So this morning I'm still feeling pretty good. I will insert a picture here of what my arm looks like though. I did bruise a little bit, but that could also be because I don't eat meat, so I bruise pretty easily to begin with, but I'm still feeling great. We are 48 hours post-vaccine. I'll go over a little bit of frequently asked questions at the end, but that's the vlog. I recommend getting the vaccine if it's available to you or when it becomes available to you, because we all want to end this pandemic quicker and be able to see our families. So talk to you later. Hello everyone. And this is going to be the last clip of this little COVID vaccine vlog, but so I wanted to talk a little bit about like frequently asked questions and kind of some stuff that they gave me when I received the vaccine. So the first thing they gave me was the fact sheet for recipients and caregivers. So this basically just says like what it is, what company makes it, all that jazz. It says you are being offered the Pfizer Biotech COVID-19 vaccine to prevent coronavirus disease 2019 caused by SARS-CoV-2. This fact sheet contains information to help you understand the risks and benefits which you may receive because there's currently a pandemic. And then it explains a little bit of COVID and all of the fun stuff like that. What you should mention to your provider before you get the vaccine. Do you have any allergies, a fever, bleeding disorder, immunocompromised, pregnant, plan to become pregnant, breastfeeding, have received another COVID vaccine? It says that the FDA has authorized the use of this vaccine in individuals 16 years or older, which I thought was kind of interesting. So if you're younger than 16, it doesn't look like you can get it at this time. It says you shouldn't get the vaccine if you have a English. If you have had a severe reaction to a previous dose of this vaccine or had an allergic reaction to any ingredient of this vaccine. And then it lists all of the ingredients. I would say them, but I literally think I would not be able to pronounce half of them, so I will just put this really nice and close for you to see. How is it given? It's given as an injection in the muscle, which is why it's so sore. It's a series of 2 doses given 3 weeks apart. If you receive 1 dose of the vaccine, you should receive the second dose of the same vaccine 3 weeks later to complete the series. So it's similar, almost like a hepatitis vaccine, where you have to have like 3 or 2, in this case 2, but in hepatitis 3. Has the Pfizer been used before? It's approximately 20,000 individuals 16 years of age have received 1 dose, at least 1 dose. The benefits: it has been shown to prevent COVID-19 following 2 doses given 3 weeks apart. The duration of protection against COVID is unknown, again, because it's so new. What are the risks? Side effects that have been reported with the Pfizer Biotech COVID-19 vaccine include injection site pain, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain, fever, injection site swelling, injection site redness, nausea, feeling unwell, and swollen lymph nodes. The only 2 that I've experienced are injection site swelling and redness and pain. So I guess 3. But it's all right here, like where they gave it to me. And it's just really, it hurts. And there's like a little like bump. But other than that, I'm just ducky. And then it basically says like what would happen if you have an allergic reaction. Which, if you're allergic to anything in this, that'd be something you probably want to know. But it's basically just like anaphylactic. Like difficulty breathing, swelling of your face and throat, fast heartbeat, bad rash, dizziness, and weakness. Tells you that if you're experiencing an allergic reaction, go to the hospital. Shows you where to report your side effects to Pfizer. If you choose not to receive the vaccine, it will not change your standard medical care. But again, I really recommend it. I feel totally fine. Of course, we won't know long-term effects, but I think in this case, if you're young and you work in healthcare, it's a safety thing. Can the vaccine give me COVID? No, the Pfizer vaccine does not contain SARS-CoV-2 and cannot give you COVID. So all you people that think the flu vaccine gives you the flu, here it is. Keep your vaccination card. So they give you like this little card. I think I might have showed it in an earlier clip, but it basically says like what lot number, etc. of your vaccine and when you got it. So you bring back when you get your second dose. I assume that's like if they change the regulations in states for like whether you're vaccinated or not. I don't really know. But additional information, it will be recorded in your state immunization information system. It explains the countermeasures injury compensation program if something happens to you because of the vaccine. An emergency use authorization is supported by the Secretary of Health and Human Services that circumstances exist to justify the emergency use of drugs and biological products during COVID-19 pandemic. Basically explains that the fact that it's an EUA doesn't mean that it's like approved, but that's pretty much it for this little guy. And then I got this paper from my particular place of employment. And it says, these are some of the questions I feel like you all want to know. How are COVID vaccines being developed so quickly? The virus that causes COVID belongs to a large family of coronaviruses, including the one that caused the SARS epidemic in 2003 and the MERS epidemic in 2012. Many of the teams that are currently working to find vaccines for COVID previously worked on vaccines for these viruses. This experience allows them to quickly redirect to focus on closely related coronavirus that is causing COVID. Additionally, researchers and developers are using cutting-edge approaches to develop these vaccines. Older strategies such as obtaining and weakening the virus or inactivating it are lengthy processes. New approaches being used, such as mRNA technology, require scientists to only know the virus's genetic sequence, which was identified early in the pandemic. What type of vaccine is it? It's an mRNA vaccine injected into the upper arm muscle. Your body uses the mRNA to create the harmless spike protein found on the surface of the SARS-CoV-2 virus that causes COVID-19. Once the protein is made, your body's cell destroys the mRNA. Your body's immune system then develops an immune response to the protein by making antibodies to fight against future infection. It does not contain the live virus that causes COVID. While there have been some concerns regarding the use of genetic material, an mRNA vaccine does not interact with your DNA in any way, as it never enters your cell's nuclei, which is where your DNA is kept. Should I be worried about the safety? Like all vaccines, FDA ensures that the currently proposed COVID mRNA vaccines have been rigorously tested for safety before being authorized for use in the United States. They're considered reasonably safe compared to other vaccine formats for several reasons, including the fact that the manufacturing process does not require toxic chemicals. Again, no risk of the infection from the vaccine. Only mild to moderate side effects have been recorded, including local injection site reactions, fever, chills, fatigue, body aches, headache. It shows a 90 to 95% efficacy in preventing COVID. I read somewhere, I think it was in this, but I'm not totally sure, that your body produces more antibodies with the shot than it does if you actually have COVID. Oh, here we go. Long-term efficacy is still unknown, but protection is likely to last beyond 3 months as vaccination produces higher amounts of antibody levels than a natural infection. So who will get the vaccine? That really depends on state to state. In Mass, we got it first because we're healthcare workers. You can't get the vaccine if you have COVID. That is also an important note. This sheet says you have to stay for 15 minutes after receiving your vaccine. If you had an allergic reaction in the past, you have to stay for 30 minutes. It again shows what's in it, mild side effects. And then this last part, which I thought was interesting, it's for an app that is run by the CDC, and it's called Be Safe. So every day I get a text that says like hi, it's time for your V-Safe check-in. And I basically go in and put like what I've been feeling, any symptoms, overall level of feeling, and then it reports that to the CDC. So that's how they're going to keep track of any side effects. Again, the only ones I've had are the pain, redness, and swelling of the injection site, which can be normal with any vaccine. Like I remember I got a tetanus shot a few years ago and I had the same experience. So overall, I think it's a good idea if you're in my place and you work in healthcare and you're exposed to COVID. I know I have hope to see my family again at some point, other than my parents, obviously, because I live with them. But my other job reached out to me this morning asking me to send my because, which was like a little video of me like telling them why I want them to get the vaccine and why I'm getting it, which was because I want my patients to be able to see their families and hug their families again, and I want to be able to see and hug my family, and this is the first step to getting there. So yeah, I'm just, here to tell you guys what's going on. I thought this would be an interesting video to film since it is so new and a lot of people don't have access to it. I've had many people tell me that like I'm the first person they know that's gotten it and all this other stuff. So yeah, that'll be that, and I will talk to you guys in our next video, which I believe will be a vlog because I've been kind of filming that throughout this past week. But yeah, subscribe down below for more updates on the COVID vaccine, working through COVID, CNA content, CNA in the hospital content. But yeah, subscribe below and give this video a like if you are interested in hearing more about what it's like being in healthcare right now during COVID. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.